welcome back to another video. I didn't say it last time, but we just got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It should be we should be able to play it in exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're gonna be reacting to videos until that time comes, so the time isn't as long. Probably put out 7, 8 videos, and then I'll stream Dragon Ball Sparking Zero on the channel, and we can go through it, talk about it. Come on, let's get it. Anyways, we got this video right here. Let's get right into it.
Today, I am reacting to your Bad Blood Hot Takes. This is a series in which I ask for your hot takes on a particular topic, Bad Blood, PLE, and I'm just going to read them. There was actually a lot more hot takes than I thought. Lawrence Noendard, he did 2 hot takes. The first one wasn't Bad Blood, but he did a second one, and he said Jimmy should return tonight if he can. He did, so you got your wish right there, Lawrence Noendard. Comic Head 8431, the rock spot at the end did nothing for me. I think they shouldn't have bothered. Jimmy's return was a suitable oh crap moment to end on. Why overshadow it so Rock can do a 2-minute spot, not say a word, and do a mysterious finger thing? I get where you're coming from, Comic Head. I really, really do. I feel, though, that the Jimmy return was a misdirect because we were all kind of expecting something big to happen. And so when Jimmy returned, we all thought that was it. I know I did because I was suspecting The Rock to show up. But when we got Jimmy, I was actually satisfied, and then we got The Rock. They don't typically do this. I believe AEW was the first to do this when they introduced Adam Cole, and then they had Daniel Bryan come out like 5 minutes later. So AEW did it first, and now WWE is doing it, and I think they pulled it off really well. I understand where you're coming from, though. It does definitely overshadow Jimmy's return, but storyline wise and just for us getting to War Games, I think it was necessary, but you're heard, and you make a very valid point. And here's a hot take for you. Do you want to win this belt? All you gotta do is comment in this video or any of my other videos, and once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give it away. Free shipping, free everything. Ken, why are you doing this? Because, guys and girls, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. So much content from Bad Blood alone. I just need to get it out there. I want to talk wrestling all day long with you beautiful people out there. Help me quit my day job and become full-time. Let's get back to these hot takes, though. Cam Nami says, the Bloodline needs a win, and it should be KO that causes Roman and Cody the loss. I agree that the Bloodline needed the win. Solo Sikoa looks so weak right now.
Okay, we all good. I had forgot I clicked
in the immortal words of Carmelo Hayes, you're washed, put the fries in the bag. Okay, Solo's done. As far as I'm concerned, Solo is done, and it's up to The Rock now to make the Bloodline 3.0, because, yeah, if they do not hand over the Ulafala to The Rock, I just don't see where this can go. Roman and Cody needed to lose, and yeah, maybe it should have been KO. Maybe it should have been Randy Orton. Maybe it should have been Tozawa. I don't care. The Bloodline needed the win. They didn't get it, though. But let's see where we go from here because, the final boss is back. Alan Cepeda says, did you see what KO did to Cody? I didn't, so I was like, what did he do? And I actually already did a video on this. I will put it in the tag up there. But basically, he was informing me that after Bad Blood, KO attacked Cody Rhodes where no WWE cameras were rolling. And this was all fan footage. Crazy viral marketing. Very awesome. Very cool. Love, love, love it. But if you want to see a better breakdown of my reaction or my hot take response, it's actually in the video up there. Feel free to click on it right now. Remy Rouser, I think Punk winning was a mistake. It's hard to take Drew seriously as world champ if he can't beat CM Punk clean. Also, Punk didn't need to win. The entire build-up was basically Punk admitting he can't be Drew, but he was going to drag him to hell with him. It should have ended like that with Drew basically dead, but victorious. I can see where you're coming from. Drew McIntyre is actually my personal favorite wrestler at the moment, but I believe that he can stand the loss. He'll just say something. CM Punk, I beat you up so bad, I don't even want to deal with you anymore. I made you bleed, and that's all I really wanted to do. Drew McIntyre is so great, so awesome. I think he can move on. And I come from an old school era where the bad guys usually lost at the end of the feud. So to me, I'm okay with it, but I can understand where you're coming from, because in reality, with Finn Balor, I'm like, Finn Balor needed the win. Finn Balor couldn't stand the loss, but here I am saying Drew could. And CM Punk is a huge megastar anyway, so no shame in losing to CM Punk. To me, I can still take him serious as a credible threat. If you remember, between last year and this year, he fought Seth Rollins twice and then still went to WrestleMania as a credible threat and beat him. So I'm very confident Drew can survive this. Mr. GOAT, 74-49. Goldberg should have speared Gunther. Now, I hate Goldberg, but I agree. I can't deny that people love Goldberg, especially in Atlanta, Georgia. And I, for sure, do not want Goldberg and Gunther to have a match. I want Goldberg to stay retired. But the balance here is Goldberg could have got a spear, and that would have been a moral victory. A match? A spear? Yes. Monster Jam Brawny says, I never thought the Usos were good. Okay, that's an opinion, and I believe you are in the minority here, because to me, the Usos might be my second or third favorite tag team of all time. I love the Usos, but it's okay. You can like a wrestler or wrestlers that I don't like, and I can like ones that you don't like. This is an open forum. Everybody is welcome here. You don't like the Usos, I personally do, and you are still welcome on the channel, just like I hope you will still be watching my videos now that you know that I am a huge Uso fan. Chris Handsome 7012, super sick of the Terror Twins looking so insurmountably stronger than their Judgment Day counterparts. How TF are we supposed to take the storyline seriously if there's almost no threat aside from numbers? I 1000% agree with you, Handsome Chris, or Chris Handsome. In fact, even when they have the numbers, half the time, even more than half the time, they're still losing to the Terror Twins. Wow. 3-on-1, and Damian Priest made it look easy. Good for Damian Priest in getting the super push, but horrible, horrible, horrible for the entire Judgment Day. I feel that I hope you can feel my disgust in the booking of Finn Balor and Judgment Day in this answer. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I love you, Triple H, but to me, this is a bad call. But hey, it's your call to make, and I'm going to watch WWE regardless. Oof, Master. I like that name. That's a good one. Oof, Master. 1003. Part-timers should not have main event matches and or take up the spotlight from current full-timers. Either show up and compete every week or stay out. I definitely 100% had this opinion at one point in my life. I hated part-time Brock Lesnar. I hated part-time Goldberg. I did not like it. And then Roman Reigns became a part-timer, and honestly, I kind of just stopped yelling at the cloud and kind of gave in. And to me, The Rock is a little different. I get what you're saying, Oomph Master. I 100% do. I see what you're saying. It's a valid point, and there's probably a lot of people on your side of the argument, and who knows, maybe you are even more right than I am. However, when it comes to The Rock, here is a dude who is a third-generation star, has done so much for the business, he's The Rock, the most charismatic wrestler in all of sports entertainment. This dude was in the Attitude Era during the heyday, and I feel, unlike Goldberg and even Brock Lesnar, The Rock is going to bring back tons and tons of people, tons of eyes onto the product, whether it's new eyes or returning eyes from yesteryear. So The Rock, to me, is a part-timer who can come and go as he pleases. Now, I will say this, though. I might be biased because, A, I've loved The Rock forever, but B, if The Rock wasn't the final boss version of The Rock, I'd probably be agreeing with you, to be honest with you. I have not really liked The Rock on all his comeback tours when he was a babyface. I did not like it. And so I probably would have been like, oh, I don't like part-timers if I didn't like this character. So that's full disclosure. I love the Final Boss character, so I'm probably a little more willing to be like, nah, part-timers are okay. You get what I'm saying? So I'm probably a little biased here, Oomph Master, because, I love the Final Boss. So awesome. But also, though, I do love The Rock, and I love his passion for wrestling. So that's why I'm okay with it. But again, I get why you're not, and your points are valid. Very, very valid. Ultra Shadow Games. The crowd went mid for Raquel's return after she was dealing with health issues. So the health issue thing, I think, is not necessarily the main point of this comment, but Raquel did have health issues. So that aside, the crowd went mid for Raquel. They didn't really pop hard or anything like that. It wasn't like Rhea Ripley's return where they popped, or it's not going to be like Becky Lynch's return where everybody cheers, or even Charlotte Flair where everybody boos. Raquel, even though she's a former tag champion and even an NXT women's champion, she's not really well known. Yeah, she was on the main roster. She even won a tag team title with Liv Morgan, but let's be honest, that was like 2022, 23? No, 22? Most people probably didn't even know who she was and probably feel that she's just this new wrestler that Liv hired to help her. So I get why they went mid, but I don't think it was think it was because nobody liked her. I think it's just WWE needs to rebuild her and package her so people know who she is. At 860 Phantom 7, thought Bloodline was going to reunite and beat the dog crap out of Cody. I had that as one of my crazy outcomes. What if Roman won and then everybody just bowed to him and acknowledged him? That would have been epic and just like jaw-dropping, a way to get Roman all his heat back as a villain, but I think they want to see how far they can take this Roman face turn to the bait. Feels like Owen's been triggered by someone who is bald, Venom, and who knows and hates Cody secretly. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm secretly someone bald pulling the strings, and I promise you, I was here. I have an alibi. I did not turn KO against Cody Rhodes. I guess the most likely next suspect would be Randy Orton, RKO. I do believe that this subscriber could be onto something. Negligence 3440. The main event, in my opinion, was one of the best B-tier PLE matches of all time. Everything from the returns, the in-ring work, and the unpredictability really made it exciting. Cannot wait for SmackDown. I'm not sure all time, but I would say this, it's probably the second best PLE of 2024. I agree with you, Negligence, in regards to it being a just stellar show. Another name that I cannot pronounce, 4903, Tiffany Stratton will fail her cash-in. So this was probably during the PLE, and she did not actually cash it in. There was a tease, but didn't happen. And I don't know if this person is saying in general she'll fail. I don't know. I hope she doesn't. Right now, the women's cash-in has a 100% track record, and I don't want Tiffany to be the first to lose. Now, if somebody was going to lose, Tiffany would be a good case because she has star written all over her, so even if she did lose, she could definitely recover, but I still want that. I still want the 100% track record going on for the briefcase. I loved it when the men's was almost a guarantee, so at least we can keep it for the women's. Jay Crack at 24. Rhea should have won. She got attacked and it ended in a DQ, and that was BS. I feel the DQ finish was actually a botch, and I do think, though, that Rhea was supposed to lose because even Raquel Rodriguez, she still put Liv over Rhea as if Liv was going to pin Rhea. I don't think Raquel realized that a DQ had happened. There was some kind of botch or miscommunication where the referee had no choice but to call for the bell, because the referees have always been instructed that even if the wrestler is supposed to get pinned, if they don't kick out, just go for the 3 count, and I think that's what happened here. But whether or not you feel Rhea should have won, that's another story, because I don't think she was walking out regardless. I do think it's time for Rhea to get the belt back, and Judgment Day right now is a joke anyway, so who cares? AMOCC, I think. They wasted The Rock's return. The match should have ended with Jimmy's return, and Punk and McIntyre should have main evented with Cody Roman and versus Kirkland, the Kirkland. Oh, that's a new one. The Kirkland Tribal Chief and Jacob Fatu opening the show. Kirkland. That's the Costco brand of things. I heard Tamu and Wish.com, Tribal Chief, but never Kirkland. I see what you're saying. I've already addressed The Rock's return and why it happened. I get it. I see the point there. And this is a tough one for me. I put in my review, in a perfect world, Punk and McIntyre would have main evented. Their match warranted the main event. It was so freaking good. But because of how the angle played out, they were a victim of circumstance and they got the first match instead of the final match. I agree with you that Punk Drew should have main evented, but I understand why Triple H had to put the Bloodline in last, because if The Rock had come out in the first hour of the PLE, that would have dominated the conversation of Bad Blood, and nothing else would have been really noticed. Punk and Drew's match could have been overlooked even, and that would have been a shame for how good it was. TS Like the Massacre asked, match of the night was Finn versus Damian. I do not agree with this. I hated this match, actually, for how they treated Finn Balor. So I had to ask. I asked, what made it good in your eyes? And I wasn't trying to do that facetiously, because again, we're allowed to have different opinions. I'm glad that somebody actually enjoyed that match, because I hated it. Let's see what they said.
Seems like a match we have seen on Monday Night Raw. Anyways, a lot of first takes. Hot takes, I mean. First take is Stephen A. Smith show. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Get into the next video. I know what we're doing. Let's go. We'll probably take a break and then we'll be back. But you already know. Oh boy, how did I not hear Joe say let's go? My audio was on, ain't it? My audio read. Wow, why would they turn my audio off? I don't even get that. I'm gonna see Joe in the next one. Joe better be in the next one. We're gonna watch. Anyways, we're gonna get out of it. Get right into it. After I said I was gonna take a break. Now we keep going. Joe, I'm about to do another video right now